points put up by the Steelers tonight, the 52, for the most by any team across the NFL this season. And it's the most all-time by the Steelers in this home as they play here at Heinz Field for the 18th year.
All right, Dave, when is the last time you were part of a team that scored 52 points, other than Thursday night?
I remember it was a couple years ago. We had a run of like 3 games in a row where Ben was just going off. We had like 6 touchdowns like twice in a row. Was that
51 points?
That was the
last record at Heinz Field, so
okay,
you were close. But
yeah.
Okay, before that, before the NFL, can you think of any?
A couple games in college, but college is a little easier, you know.
Okay.
NFL's tough. I mean, it's really tough. The margin of error in teams is very small, so it's rare to get a game like that where everything's working.
When you guys play in Baltimore, then 4 days later play a Thursday night game, how hard of a stretch is that just to get your body ready to play football?
Oh, it's extremely difficult, but you know, it's difficult for them too, but it's so out of your routine, and football's, especially me, I'm a creature of habit, the routine, everything, so you're kind of going through the week trying to trick yourself into thinking, you know, Tuesday is a Wednesday and a Thursday, Wednesday is a Friday and a Saturday, and you just kind of roll and go, but you know, it's hard for them. They had to travel to us, and that's all just part of it, and everyone's got to do it.
After the win, Coach Tellman said, see you guys Wednesday, gave you a nice long weekend. What do you do to try to recoup from that and get ready mentally and physically?
It was awesome. I think he kind of laid that, kind of as he calls it, a bone out there, and he said, you know, we might have a big one for you, and I think the little underlying motivation was extremely helpful. I don't know how much that played a role in the score, but it was definitely beneficial, and guys were excited to get out there and get a win and knew the possibility. So yeah, you just got to reset mentally, physically, get away a little bit, and you get enough time away that you can actually relax a little bit and then get a chance to get back in routine and go.
Is it fair to say that that was the best offensive performance for you guys this year?
Yeah, and I think no question. We were playing, it was, like I said, firing all cylinders.
Is there anything you can nitpick at?
There's always stuff you can nitpick at, and that's the beauty of the football game. Even when you play a so-and-so called perfect game, there's always things, everyone's got things to work on, and so it makes it fun. You always get back to work. I'm sure Munch will have some corrections for us, and on to a big week.
10 days in between Thursday night and your next game in Jacksonville. How do you keep the momentum? I know you go through a bye week and you guys have already done that, but how do you try to not get complacent and maybe regroup and get back on track?
Yeah, it's a little easier on a bye week. Bye week's tough because it's even, you know, a longer period in stretch between. Thankfully, this isn't as long, so your body doesn't get a chance to completely reset, but just come back to work on Wednesday, have a good practice week, and just go from there. I think it'll be a big week, and we know what the challenge ahead of us.
45-42. Steelers will not be going to New England. Their season comes to a crashing halt, and Jacksonville advances.
All right, when you're facing Jacksonville this year, do you treat it just as a game, they're the next opponent, or do you start to maybe think about last year at all and 2 losses that I'm sure you don't want to think about?
Yeah, I mean, you have to think about it. You try to keep it every week the same. That's at least I try to be professional about it, but it's always gonna be in the back of your head. You know, they kicked our butt, and you know, you got something to prove, and they know that too, and they know we'll be fired up, ready to go. It's at their place, so it'll be a good challenge. They're great defense.
Is that fair to say, even though they might not have the record everybody thought or they thought they would have at this point, you can kind of toss that out the window?
Yeah, records really don't mean much in games like this, where, you know, common opponent and, you know, the history between us, and it'll be a good battle. I know they'll be ready.
All right, I know you guys like to do O-line shout-outs to each other when you're in the locker room, so yeah. I want you to give a shout-out. I'm going to go through the starting guys and throw in a few other ones, and I want you to just shout out something that you think when I say their name, okay? All right, Marquise Pouncey.
He's the leader. You know, he's the leader of the O-line. He has been since I've been here.
All right, Marcus Gilbert.
Marcus Gilbert, he's steady and strong. I mean, you know, we don't have to make calls anymore. We just kind of go out there and play.
Ramon Foster.
Ramon's a character, man. He keeps it really light, and he's one of those guys that's just been consistent through his whole career.
Al Villanueva.
Yeah, Al's something else. He's a special character. His life, it's still pretty surreal when you look at it, and I don't think he really appreciates it, and I don't think he ever will, what he's done. And he's a good buddy of mine.
Ben Roethlisberger.
I mean, what can you say about Ben? I mean, his resume really speaks for itself. Just been an honor to play for him, get the chance to block for him.
All right, I got 2 more for you.
Okay.
Vance McDonald.
Yeah, Vance is, I mean, I guess it shouldn't be surprising anymore the way he runs, but he's just a freak. I don't know, it takes like 3 guys to tackle, and even sometimes that's not enough.
How about Rosie next? We'll finish on him.
Rosie's awesome. He's an animal on the field. He's one of those guys that's kind of a little bit of a jokester off the field, but when he gets on the field, he's just looking to hit somebody right in the face.
Now, in terms of the O-line, I know you guys are close. You do Thursday nights together.
Yep.
You're always around the building together. Are you allowed to hang out with other people on the team?
Yeah, no, I think this team's really special. There's not too many cliques. I mean, there's obviously natural cliques and people have their friend groups, but everyone gets along really well. Everyone can talk to each other, and everyone respects each other, which is, I think, a great dynamic for a team to have.
Okay, last one for you. Can you tell me somebody on defense that you take note of when you're going against them at practice that maybe everyone's not seeing?
I mean, a guy like Stephon Tuitt, I go against him since my second year, and you know how good of a tremendous player he is. So I'm his biggest fan because I got to go against him all training camp. So it's nice seeing him, you know, put some sacks and work on somebody else, and it makes our life easier when he's getting sacks and stopping their offense, and we got a nice lead. So it's a lot of fun watching him do well.